Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. Happy Monday, January 13th, 2020. Shout out to my man Wire Sparks for the song request, a regular song requester on my channel, Heavy Highway Dog. Never heard of this one. Again, Wire Sparks has always put me up on good music that I've never heard of. This is another down south track. Gotta get hip to this Highway Heavy. But what's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome to another episode. Today we're gonna be looking at EOS IO 2.0 is out, and that's a big major milestone, and this is why I'm a huge supporter of EOS or Block One implementing EOS IO, because it's on pace, it's on schedule. They actually sometimes are ahead of schedule with things. So every project is going to have their issues, but this one is, you talk about Ethereum 2.0, which 2 years from now will be rolling out. EOS has rolled out mainnet and 2.0 within 2 years. Amazing. So we'll take a look at the details on that and a quick look at a move they made over at Block One. They've actually taken this former CDO over at Forbes, now becomes Voice.com's CEO. Now we know that Voice.com needed EOS 2.0 or EOS IO 2.0 to really roll out, to have enough bandwidth and multi-threading capabilities to work. So EOS IO 2.0 was necessary for the continuation of Voice.com to roll out, which I'm excited and critical of. So we'll have to see how this all pans out. If they do this right, it will be a ball knocked out of the park, so we'll see what happens with that. I'll definitely keep you guys up to date on any new progress with Voice.com. Second article out of CoinDesk: CME takes its Bitcoin options live to compete with ICE's BAT. This is big news for the Wall Street progression and infiltration of Bitcoin. So I'm going to take a look at this article as well. And then lastly, we've got something out of Decrypt Media regarding China's state digital currency. Well, they're saying that it's nearly ready. And this was coming from JRJ.com, I guess a Chinese state run news outlet. See what details we can get with that. This is going to be a game changer as well. Just because it's a game changer doesn't mean it's a game changer for the good or for the better. It's just a paradigm shift in cryptocurrencies, and this is one of them. We have to keep an eye on this just to see how our industry reacts to it, how demand toward Bitcoin changes for the good or for the worse. We don't know. I would assume for the better, but something that definitely changes the game a little bit. It changes how we look at things in the crypto space. I'm excited to see what happens with this, and I really want to see, just out of curiosity, I want to see what other countries, sovereign nations, do in response to China making this type of bold move. They've been working on it for about 3 years, so it's not something that's new. Actually, longer than that, 4 or 5 years. But they just last year unveiled that they were working on this project because of Libra. So they're very concerned about Libra. They want to kind of show their hands to let people know they're not slipping at all with this digital currency stuff. So we'll take a look at all 3 of those articles here in a second. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. But before we get started, this episode is brought to you by Prime XBT, #1 Bitcoin exchange. Get your bang for your buck over there. Fees are about comparable to BitMEX, but you are able to trade a litany of assets, 30 plus assets, guys, from cryptocurrencies, stock indices, commodities, and even FX pairs. So I love this platform. You guys should check it out too if you're active traders. They do have leverage up to 100x. Definitely suggest not doing that much leverage at all. But if you know what you're doing, it's a great platform for you to trade and make money on a regular basis. And you fund your accounts with Bitcoin. Check them out, primexbt.com. I'll have a link in the description below for you to sign up. There's some promos with that link if you follow the instructions. Let's take a look at this CME move. They've created a Bitcoin options product, and they want to head right for the next of ICE's backed exchange. It says Chicago Exchange CME Group has announced its highly anticipated Bitcoin options are now open for trading. So options on CME's Bitcoin futures contracts launched on the CME Globex around 1500 UTC on Monday. Each contract quoted in US dollars represents 5 Bitcoins and is cleared centrally to avoid counterparty risk. CME relies on trade flow data from several of the larger Bitcoin exchanges to accurately track Bitcoin's prices. The Bitcoin derivatives have been available on multiple currency exchanges since at least 2014, but CME was one of the first platforms to offer investors regulated products when it first launched in cash settled Bitcoin futures in December of 2017. Bitcoin options had a strong start in 2019. Last week, daily volume surged to surpass 90 million by Friday, according to data collected by analytics firm Skew. So it's funny that they mentioned that derivatives were around since 2014, and they for sure were, because I remember this was way back before BitMEX, before any of these main derivative trading platforms. I could trade on leverage. I think the leverage was maybe 20%, 20x, 10x, 20x. I can't remember exactly. I was able to trade Bitcoin on BTCE through MetaTrader. That was like crazy, and that was early. That was like late 2014 that I found that feature to be available through BTCE. It's been going ever since then. It's a lucrative business. You see, these exchanges are making billions of dollars, and you see how big Coinbase has gotten here in the United States. Binance, probably the biggest, and they have more cash than Jeff Bezos, if you ask me. I personally think that this is taking us in a direction where I think a lot of the purists, crypto purists, are not going to be happy with. Yes, it's going to be a gift and a curse, people. It's going to bring in a lot of more liquidity, a lot more money. It's going to allow a lot more speculation in times of crisis. So what does that mean, though? That means that when things maybe kind of calm down, or maybe even not when they calm down, just period, the manipulation of the spot price of Bitcoin is going to happen more often, or the ability for it to happen will be easier, because you're going to start to see more money traded on these derivatives versus the spot price. And what does that sound like? That sounds very, very similar to COMEX and what we have with precious metals. So, don't, it's a gift and a curse. And I've said this since I did my first video reporting that futures were coming way back in mid 2017, when people didn't even really know, because a lot of influencers online weren't traders. So I'm sure there were a few that covered this immediately, but I knew immediately this was going to change Bitcoin forever. And to me, it was going to change it in a bad way. Technology, no, that's still intact. So, people being able to circumvent using traditional banks and stuff, that's still there. But as far as the price, now we've got one more thing to worry about when it comes to, this asset, this speculative asset, having a free market, or totally free from Wall Street's manipulation. There will still be, in my opinion, manipulation, but it wouldn't have been from Wall Street. Now that has changed. So interesting to see. You guys let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is a good thing, short term and long term? Let me know your thoughts on both of those scenarios. Second article out of Cointelegraph. It took a while for mainstream crypto outlets to cover this. Finally, this happened last week. I was waiting. If I didn't see anything this week, I was going to definitely kick us some dust on Twitter. But Block One releases major EOS.io blockchain software update, EOS.io 2.0. It says the blockchain software development firm Block One released EOS.io 2.0, the software underlying the EOS blockchain. In a release announcement published on Twitter, Block One claimed that the update makes the blockchain faster, simpler, and even more secure. The official blog post on new software explained that it includes a purpose-built WebAssembly engine. Smart contracts run according to its official website. WASM is an instruction format designed for deployment on the web and servers. This change is expected to improve the performance of smart contract execution, given that it is supposedly up to 16 times faster than the engine used in the previous version. Now, I'm just going to stop right there because I need to explain to you guys something. EOS.io, I'm just going to bring this up, blocktivity.info. EOS is already just dwarfing on anything else out there. The closest thing we have is literally, I'm going to expand this to full view. Closest thing we have is Telos, which is a sister chain of EOS. They're doing an excellent job out there. I just actually interviewed the founder of Telos. If you guys missed that interview, it's the second time Douglas Horn has been on the show. EOS, on average, the activity a day is 61 million operations. a day, and it's using half of its CUI, which is a ratio of blockchain daily activity to total blockchain capacity. All right, so they're only using half of theirs. The next even remotely close competitor is Telos at 1.8 million operations a day in a 24-hour period. Fourth is XLM, and then we start to really drop off. Steemit, Tron is at 773,000 operations in a 24-hour period. Ethereum, 569,000 operations in a 24-hour period. Number 8, Ethereum. Yes, the second biggest, most overhyped blockchain. And don't get me wrong, I use Ethereum. I quote all my services in Ethereum because it's fast enough, it's inflationary, it has where its price is right now. It's easy to have units in ones, whole unit Ethereum, or half a unit, a quarter unit. So that's cool. I use Ethereum for something non-smart contract related. You know what I'm saying? And then we've got Bitcoin down at 428,000 operations a day. These blockchains are nowhere near what we have with EOS. And so we're going to see faster throughput with EOS, up 16 times faster. Once EOS IO 2.0 is fully rolled out, they've just rolled it out to devs to start really working with it. The article goes on to say that this change is expected to improve the performance, as I've told you, 16 times faster than the engine used in the previous version. The update also introduces WebAuthn support. According to the official website, WebAuthn is a web authentication standard based around public key cryptography. The announcement explains how EOS developers could use this standard. And also, multi-threading support is now available. Block One also claims to have significantly improved the network code of the blockchain by adding multi-threading support to it. Multi-threading is the ability of a central processing unit to execute multiple threads of execution at the same time. Multi-threading support should improve the performance in block propagation, transaction processing, and also block and transaction packing and unpacking and other processes, as those are now all handled by a separate thread. They're also, with this update, rolling out IDE, which is Integrated Development Environment, and a new dedicated one that will speed up developer onboarding. So you guys can, there's a link inside this article where you can go check out the actual blog post from Block One regarding this. This is huge news, and it is not covered as it should be in mainstream crypto media outlets. I wonder why. But that's fine with me. Gives me more opportunity to accumulate more of these coins, you know. So I think the inflation rate has changed as well with EOS in this update once it's fully implemented. So you know, really, EOS, the token could literally be used as a currency because it's inflationary, right? We'll see how things. I'm excited about the future of blockchain. I'll just put it to you that way. It's going to be definitely bigger than just Bitcoin. Last article out of Decrypt Media: China's state digital currency nearly ready, says central bank. This is a report out of JRJ, I guess a news outlet out there in China. It says that the Chinese central bank has issued a paper stating it has completed much of the development for its new digital currency. The report said that the bank has finished the top-level design for the currency, formulated the necessary standards, research and development, and completed testing for the cryptocurrency, both as a substitution for base money and for anonymity, according to JRJ. And according to another Chinese media outlet, the cryptocurrency is known as DCEP, will be debuting as a small-scale experiment in Xinjiang and Suzhou. Observers said the cities were chosen because they were near to the central bank, reported Chinese crypto news site. The government has also piloted measures to restrict the withdrawal of physical money. State-run news agency also said that the pilot is a measure to combat money laundering, quote unquote, but we all know how that goes. This is all a guise or a cover to get just control of everyone's life. Article goes on to say, and addressing concerns that DCEP will be used as a mechanism for financial surveillance. One of the members who leads the bank's Digital Currency Research Institute told an audience at a conference in Singapore in November, saying that we know the demand from the public is to keep anonymity by using paper money and coins. We will give those people who demand its anonymity in their transactions, he reported. Now, you know, come on now, people. No one's stupid here. We all know what's going on here. First of all, we first know that this system, this digital currency that they're rolling out, is not going to be open source. So you're not going to be able to see the code, okay, to even inspect if this is going to be fully anonymous. There are going to be backdoors in this code for sure. You better believe it. And the people already have no privacy. Look at the Sesame credit system they've got going on over there. Look at the big surveillance state they have, cameras everywhere, okay, and facial recognition. Gigawatt, I think, I forgot the name of the company over there, is the biggest facial recognition company. But there is no way they're going to do all of that, but then allow you to have money that is anonymous. Not going to happen. So, and it's coming here too. You know, it's already here, to be honest with you. It's just maybe not on that scale, but if we allow these governments to, over time, they just press that line, they move that goalpost further and further into our lives, we'll be right there with them. I actually saw a video on RT that talked about Apple. They've actually admitted, they came out and admitted that their Apple iCloud, where you keep all your users that keep your photos uploaded on their cloud, they're actually going through your photos looking for child pornography images. Now, on the surface, that's perfect. That's great. Who wouldn't want that, right? How do we know they're stopping there? It's very concerning, and it should be concerning to you as well. It definitely should be concerning to you as well. But hey, that's just my 2 Satoshis on the subject. Let me know yours in the comments below. And shout out to my man Wire Sparks for that song request again. Heavy Highway, or Highway Heavy, I should say. Dog. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell to receive more videos like this if you found it informative. I'm out of here, people. How?